Hey guys, Zen here, bringing you the third Bounty Hunter video. As I do every few videos, I must remind you that these leveling videos have a lot of spoilers in them, so if you're not interested in seeing that, then don't even worry about watching these. We have other videos on flashpoints and PvP and stuff that you guys could go check out. That link is on the top of the screen, which will take you to my specific playlist. Holy has one as well. You can find that on our new page that we set up with the new YouTube. Which brings me to my first question: is how are you guys liking the new YouTube? I don't know. It's weird. It takes a little getting used to, but I kind of like it. It's one of those you may not like it at first, but eventually you'll see that it's got a better layout than the other one. But let us know how you like the new page setup that we did as well. If there's anything we could change on it that might be better. But yeah, that's just a quick question I wanted to ask since that came up. And the other thing is that I think I'm getting sick. I'm not sure yet, so I'm gonna today just get as many of these done as possible. So I'm just gonna sit down and commentate the entire day because if I get sick, I'm done. So I'm working smart, making it so I don't have any breaks in my stuff. So as you see there, I had to go into that house there, pick up something out of the vault that you had to jump up the boxes to get to. That was one of the quests I got in the last video. I'm going to come over here and grab this group quest real quick.
You don't look like one of Father's men.
Yeah, point me out to the whole world, why don't you? I'm Gedrin. Nemro pays me to look into problems for him, like losing his factories. Factory on the other side used to belong to Nemro, but Fathra's taken over. Now he's churning out guns to use against Nemro. That's bad for business.
It's a cruel galaxy.
How about making yourself useful instead of spouting sarcasm at me? Nemro would pay well to have this little problem dealt with, The access tunnels will get you into the factory. Fathra's got lots of gunmen down there, but not nearly as many as he should. See, the factory's security terminals are in the tunnels. Shut those down and you can trash Fathra's whole operation. His equipment, his droids, his engineers, everything.
I'm overqualified for this job.
No time like the present, then. Go give Fathra something to think about.
So, there you go. Got another group quest. That one is, it requires 2 people. It's not entirely hard, but you're going to want another person to do that quest. So, I'm going to be running over this direction where I have absolutely no quests at all, and that may seem kind of silly, but I'll show you why in a second. And as I said in the other Bounty Hunter videos, this one can kind of be treated as a leveling guide for Hutta, just because I use a specific route that I take to get the quests done as soon as possible, with having as little run time as possible between all the different quests and questing areas. So it's it's just saving time really, so you can get out of this area as quickly as possible on launch. Speaking of launch, game comes out really soon. It's the 4th today as I'm recording all these, so it looks like we got like 11 days until I get early access. I'm excited. We're going to try to put out so many of the videos as possible, so this upcoming week you're going to see just a flood of stuff, maybe 4 or 5 videos a day. So I apologize if you're not into that kind of thing, but there's going to be a lot. So here's the thing, I come up over in this area here to get this flight path, because this flight path allows me to fly all the way back, and there's quests over here later. So since I was in the area anyways, it's quicker to run over here to begin with, pick up the flight path. I could have picked up the quest there, but I didn't need to. So I'm going to fly back and turn in all the quests that I just finished. So I did all the quests down in the swamp below. I went back up to the town there. I got the quest to get the box out of the chest in the house, right? So I did that, and then I ran up, grabbed the 2-person quest that was kind of in the middle of those 2 places, and then I ran over to the flight path and grabbed that so I can come back over here. So there you go. I think that may be the quickest way to do it. I haven't experimented a whole lot with this. Like I said, I've only gone through this area a few times, but that seems to be the quickest way to get through these quests. So in case you were wondering how to best go about those quests, I think that may be it. But you should be able to get those quite quickly as soon as you fly back over there, because you get, I think right now I'll end up getting a quest to go over in that area, but I've got the 2-person quest that I want to get done. I think I only end up getting one set of the 2-person quests done, but I don't think that's because I was being lazy. It's just like I was already level 10. I wanted to get through and show you guys the advanced class stuff for the Bounty Hunter. So I'm coming in over here to turn in my Bounty Hunter quest. If you remember correctly in the last video, last video? I think it was the last video. I went and killed some dude for his head, and now I'm bringing it back to the hut. So we'll see how he reacts, and if he's happy or not. Probably not, but we'll see.
Tapatonga. She smelled like dead savage. Ugly yoga. Chesko papunta griska tagaya osta.
I danced in savage blood.
Yabada pihota. Mindia. No, wait, I know this one. Washabombiti. Gadwachine oiga. Anulio okba kisa spina perupa. Nigme chawa, wirmo mukili moklonki.
Looks like a turf war between you and another hut.
Conchuta, kasu yali koira, tokanti kong. Kubajiji, Gorping, Noli Makichisa. O Wawanga, Tus Eyuarawa, Tablota Wijawa.
Anything else I should know before I head out?
Chonki Salamanana Toba. Iguramo, Ubanjoralipa Istimbo.
You're my kind of sick, Nemrel.
Uitma Mojo, Pokatula, Chanusa Asubi Mota. Gomecha, Bounta Pakit Pa. See Judah when you want credits. She pay you for dead savage.
So here's a cool little part here that you may like. So let me show you. So in order to get your reward, like a money reward from the huts, you have to come out to a secretary here and turn in the quest, and she'll give you a reward. And if you're a male character, you can flirt with the secretary. I think that's funny.
Hey, I think I've got something for you.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Working women have to watch out for each other. Here you go. Credits for the head of Hutsbane. Good work there.
Yay, a credit box. So with the Bounty Hunter in this area, you get a lot of credit boxes, and I think it's random of how much it gives you, because the first time I did it, it gave me like 100 something, and that was the previous beta weekend. And then now I did it, and it only gave me 78. So I don't know if that part's random or not, but we'll see. Ooh, annoying quest.
Were you trying to get my attention? I need money up front. I'll have a little chat with him.
Whatever those things are, they are the most annoying creature in the entire game. I turn down my sound every time I have to talk to one of those guys. It's so annoying. Anyways, another quest over here to pick up.
Hey there, I'm Getzo. What you in the market for? Glitter Stim, Nova Jack, Corellian Sunburst? I invented all those spices. Ask anybody.
You meet the most interesting people in hut palaces.
Ain't it the truth? I'm a spice artisan, friend. People pay big credits for my special blends. Listen, I've been watching people come and go. You're the most exciting person to come through all day. We should be working together. I was buying a spice shipment from Nemro when some laser-brained smuggler outbid me. The smuggler offered up Nemro's favorite snack, a deacon eels.
Get your own eels or find another spice supplier.
No time. I got a lot of impatient customers waiting. Word is, the smuggler keeps the Adigan eels in a water-filled crate while he and Nemro negotiate. I got an electromagnetic pulse bomb that'll boil those eels to a crisp. All I need is someone to plant the bomb.
Why not nab the eels and give them to Nemro yourself?
Crate is huge. It's heavier than Nemro after a week-long binge. With the eels gone, Nemro sells the spice to me instead. What do you say? Want to earn some fast credits?
Fast credits are my favorite kind.
Great. I knew we could do business.
So I think I pick up his quest, or I think I go do that one first before the heroic 2+. But I think that's what I was gonna go do right now. Is to start the heroic 2+ quests, or 2+2. Oh well. As you get further ahead in the different worlds, there's like 4 people quests, which are actually quite difficult. Like when I was leveling up my Smuggler on Coruscant, there was a 4-person quest, and it actually required like a tank and a healer and stuff like. You might be able to, if you're an experienced player, to be able to do it with 2 companions. So like you and your buddy, and then your companion and their companion. I think that might work out pretty well. I think the best way to do it actually would be to have like, say you were on Drahman Kos and there was a 4-player one. I would think the easiest way to do it, minus having 4 people,
I never miss
obviously.
my mark.
But I think the easiest way to do it would be to have a bounty hunter with Mako, right, and the bounty hunter to DPS, and then with Mako to have her heal, and then having an Inquisitor to DPS and their Chemval companion to tank. So as you see there, I got a new ability, the combustion rounds, or combustion gas cylinders. It's kind of like an aura thing for me. It's like a constant buff, but it makes it so I do more damage. It gives me a chance on hit to do damage over time, which becomes very important coming up here shortly. So as you see there, I got a few new abilities. Because I opened up one of the left-hand bars just because I don't need those on my bottom bar, and the bounty hunter tends to get quite cluttered with some other abilities that you really need later on, so I figured I'd put all that stuff on the left-hand side. Like I said, I've done the bounty hunter before, so I'm kind of setting up the bars the same way. So I got another ability aside from that one, which is my number 6 ability there. It's like a explosive dart. So what it does is, if I shoot it at an ability or at a creature or a person, the thing will freak out. If it's like a normal, like not heroic level character, it'll freak out and try to get it off of it. So it'll stun it, really, is what it does. And then after a few seconds, it'll explode, and any character or anything around that where you shot it will explode and do a ton of damage. And if they're not like a high level creature or person, it'll knock them back on their butts. So it's a really powerful AoE ability. You can use it to CC a group of targets for a second. Like say your healer is getting pounded by like a ton of ranged targets, you can use it real quick to knock them on their butts. So here I'm looking for a person to do the heroic 2+ quests, and I'm finding this really nice person who I quest with for quite a bit here. These quests go on for a while, so I end up going into the next video doing this as well, but I get quite a bit of experience and like 3 or 4 blue items. I think it's really nice. So I invite them. They're an agent, so you'll get to see a little bit of the agent bounty hunter play. At least I think they're an agent. Yes, they are. So I'm gonna come over here. I figured I'd do this quest in this building on my way there. So I pop in here and do it real quick. It's nothing special of a quest, but you know, it's a quick one. It's that like drug dealer's quest, I think that's who it is. So let's go in here and sabotage the thing for this crazy dude who wants me to, apparently.
Hey there. Mind telling me what you're doing in my hideout?
might you be?
The guy who owns that crate of eels you're about to destroy. Nice bomb there. I'm guessing you don't realize who I am. You're in over your head, chum. My name's Nockrell. I work for the Empire, securing valuable resources by whatever means necessary. I'm here because the Empire discovered how to process spice into painkillers. Save sick and injured soldiers when there's not enough Kolto around. The Empire's never been in the spice trade before, but there are young men and women who need these painkillers. You see the predicament.
What are you making for this job?
Enough for me to make you a very generous offer to leave those eels alone. The Empire needs Nemro's spice to save lives. How about you dump that electromagnetic pulse bomb through the sewer grate next to you? Then tell me who hired you. I won't kill the guy, just explain things. When I'm done, you make a lot of credits. Deal?
You'll have to get your spice someplace else.
The Empire's gonna kill me when they find out this deal got blown. You'd better hope we never meet again, chum.
So to give you an idea of like different light side, dark side choices, like what the effects are, if you did that as dark side, when you go back to the guy and talk to him, it's like he just gives you your reward and it's nothing really special. But if you do it as light side, you dump the explosives down the drain or whatever he asks you to do, and then you go talk to the guy who gave you the quest, and you confront him with that other guy, right? And you kind of scare him a little bit, but you end up getting the same quest reward, if I recall correctly, but it's just like a different outcome. I think that's really cool. And even in the flashpoints, like if you saw at the beginning of the flashpoint that I did for Black Talon, if you end up killing the commander, the droids come in, right? So all the droids come in and attack. And if you don't kill the commander, then instead of the droids coming into attack, the people, like actual troops, come in through the like cargo bay or something. I think it's just kind of cool how it changes the entire flashpoint based on your decision. And it's the same thing there with the the quest that you go through and do. So here I'm being really stupid, and I'm trying to solo this 2+ quest while I'm waiting for this other person to get up here. And I bet you can guess what happens, but I do quite well. I almost got it. It was, I could have died much quicker than I did. I think being a bounty hunter really helped me not die. So I used a potion there, or whatever it's called, a stim. I try to stun the turret, but I don't think it works that way. So I'm like, oh, run for my life, run for my life, run, 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 run. Oh, maybe I can... At least you get to see the death mechanic again. So basically, if you die out in the world, you can call on a probe and it'll res you right there. See, like, I don't think it's supposed to fade the way it does. Like the screen fades, and then I don't know how this is supposed to work, but beta is beta. It might be a bug, but it just reses you in the same spot, which I think is pretty cool. Or you can go to a medical center and just run back to where you were. So there's me harassing my party member because they were sad that I died, but it's cool. I ended up having to wait for them anyways. It's like they ended up going to do a ton of quests, so I sit here and derp around for like it was like 20 minutes. I literally sat here and waited. Obviously that's not... I stopped recording at the point that I realized, wow, this person's not going to be here forever. So, yeah, I ended up just sitting around. You'll see the cut coming up here shortly, where it will go to when the person actually shows up. So yeah, there you go. Now they are finally here, and I'm still jumping around. That was funny when it cut there, but they're here, and now we can finally do this group of enemies without having too much of an issue. Buffing my party member. Yeah, they're an agent, so they actually do quite a bit of damage for me. I think I kind of tank everything. Like, we get to these like boss type mobs later on during the quest line here, and I think I die like every time, but she's able just to barely finish them off, which, whatever. We were able to finish the quest. I don't mind dying a little bit for that. So, yeah. Looting everything. Here we go over to this other direction. So if you remember correctly, in this quest that the guy gave us, he was saying that the like pollution from the like factories that the Hutts have caused him to like not be able to breathe properly, so he has like this weird breathing apparatus, and he wants to stop the pollution so that people could like be safe and healthy and everything, and that's noble, but you'll find out the twist to that, and it's weird, the dark side, light side choices you have here, and it kind of makes you think, because it's like either way, it's a bad situation, you know, so there's no winning in this choice that you have to make, and it was just it's really interesting. I think we die here, not good, or we come up dying here shortly, but these guys do quite a bit of damage. This is kind of when I wish I actually had my companion with me, because I probably would have been able to do this just fine with my agent buddy here. But you know, I'm obviously not high enough level. I'm only 5, and I need to be level like 8-ish. I think I may get it at 7, but you usually get your companion around level 8, or later if you do other quests. So just in case you were wondering there. But yeah, if you can look on the map, there's another quest in this area. So here's another part of this guide is when you come over here, make sure that you have enough time, because there's a good chain quest here that will get you quite a bit of items. So you turn in the Man with the Steel Voice quest over here, you do what he wanted you to do, and then you go over and you get the chain quest, which is off to my left, down over on a little hill. But let's come over here and turn it in. It's kind of weird. I don't know if this is a bug or what, but you have to run over here to get it to complete, and then you have to talk to this person to my left. I don't know. It's weird, but oh well. Group conversation. Yay.
You. The old man sent you, didn't he? I can smell his foul chemicals from here. Do you know what those chemicals do? They purify the water, all right. But they also do disgusting things to the water beasts, mutating them and making them rampage. They come out of the water twice the size and 10 times as vicious. And they're wiping us out.
Maybe the old man didn't realize what his chemicals did.
What? You think because he's dying, he's kind and innocent? That old man's crazy. He clearly doesn't care if we all die in his purification process. If you want to help, you should go to that station and smash the valves in back that release the chemicals, so no one can use that station ever again.
Vandalism. Sounds fun.
Please, will you help us?
I'm going to purify the river.
Heartless murderers.
So I got my dark side choice there. I think the other person went light side, but yeah. So if you went light side, you have to go over and whatchamacallit? I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. You have to go over and like blow up some things, but if you go dark side, it's a little different. So I don't know. It's kind of cool how that choice was. It's like either way, people are gonna die. If you don't do the purification process, people are gonna die from the pollution. But if you do the purification process, people are gonna get eaten alive by crazy beasts. So it's like it's a no-win situation. But it's kind of cool how it's morally gray in that situation. So another group quest here. Let's see kind of how this is gonna. Ooh, they holocroned in. Weird.
Can't help noticing you're out here and not in your factory.
This is Nemro's core plant. His most important asset. Now some crazy evil guy appeared out of nowhere and took the place over. One minute they weren't there, the next they were. I managed to get out, but the bog rats took most of my workers hostage. You want to save me from charging into a crowd of angry evil guy with nothing but a stick of detonite and a bolt gun?
What do you need me to do?
Hostages are in the basement, but you can't go straight there. Need to use the main console to unlock the elevators. The main console's on the top floor. Get the elevators working, then down to the basement and free my workers, yeah?
I suppose I can do that.
Remember, upstairs first. Elevators won't work until they're unlocked.
So I think I said this in the Flashpoint video, but if you holocron in like that, or you whatever it's called, if you hollow in, if you call in rather than actually be there, the person easily could have just like walked in, but they, for whatever reason, they hit the join conversation thing with the little phone, or however, I don't even know the name of it, but however it works. So if you do that, certain options aren't available to you in dialogue. Like, say I was sitting there and instead of helping the guy, you could kill him, right? Say if you could do that. I don't think that was one of the choices, but if you could do that, what would happen is that person who like phoned in wouldn't be able to actually select that option, because they wouldn't be able to kill them. I mean, they're not actually there. Like, they could, I guess, like threaten with gestures at that person, but they couldn't actually hurt them physically because they're not physically there. So it's an interesting way of doing the remote quests. Like, if I'm in a city and I'm turning in a quest and someone's like nowhere near me, but they know, like, whatevs, like I don't want to run all the way there, they can phone in. So it's cool that you don't actually have to be there to turn in the quest with the person, but at the same time, you gotta make the choice, like, do I actually have to be there, or what? And you can easily just escape out of a conversation and it'll restart it. So if you realize, oh crap, I actually have to be there for this because this is, you know, a conversation that I want to make a dark side choice on or whatever, and I want to actually kill the guy, then it's easy just to use your escape button and restart the entire conversation. So I like that they have that option. But we're coming up on the end of this video here, so I wanted to quickly let everybody know that currently, since we only have like 11 days left, until the game comes out, every day for the next 11 days, and it's been going on for 4 days already, I think. So they're releasing a soundtrack, like, or a sound bite file on their Facebook page, on the Star Wars Facebook page, for individual zones. So for 1 day, every day until the release of the game, they're coming out with specific like song pieces and orchestra pieces that are in the game. So you can, if you're interested in that kind of thing, if you're interested in hearing some of the music from the game, then you can easily just go over to their Facebook page, like them or whatever it is. I don't know how it works. I have a Facebook, but I'm not a Facebook addict or anything, so I have no idea how that works. But you go over to their page and they'll release one a day, and you can just listen to it for free, or I think you can even download them. It's pretty cool. If you're concerned, like, oh, what about the collector's edition thing? That's not part of it. So the collector's edition song pieces aren't actually going to be released like that. So you still get your special stuff if you ordered the collector's edition. So coming up, finishing this quest. This guy's actually quite difficult, as I figure out. And I go down, but I go down with a fight. You know, oh well, my buddy's able to kill them. And will it die? Yeah, she's in cover. She's fine. Taking quite a bit of damage, but because she's got the defensive bonus there, it's not that big of a deal. And there they go. So I'm just going to get rezzed, get the item, and we're going to move on to the next part of this quest and turn it in. But you will see that in the next video. But until next time, I guess that I will see you next time.